Hey y'all, we are back with our next guest here at Make It Make Sense. And y'all know we talk to the movers, shakers, and the tastemakers. And today we have
OG Jinx D.
No. Say it like how you said it earlier. Say it how you said it earlier.
I did that on purpose. No, thank y'all for having me, man. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, Clarine Williams, the revolutionary activist.
All right. Clap it up. All right, so we are so happy to have you, Clarine.
I'm happy to be here. You know
Okay. So can you tell the people, you told the people who you are. Can you tell them what you do?
Scoot over here.
Oh, yeah, just
say my name.
Get comfortable.
Say my name too good. I'm trying to scoot over.
Oh,
I'm messing with you. No, go ahead and repeat that.
Can you tell the people what it is you do?
Okay, so, of course, first off, I'm a father, I'm an uncle, you know, I'm a man of God.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you strip me from all my titles, you can never take that away from me. So that's what I am foremost first. After that, of course, you get to see the revolutionary side of me, the activism, the author, the educator. I have a nonprofit here in Austin that circulates through entire Central Texas.
Okay.
Full-time musician, full-time barber.
Okay.
Man, I could keep going on and on. I got 3 books out. 4 books. I have 4 books out. The first book is it's a 3-book series called Music, Money, and Murder.
Okay.
It's a biography about me and my brother, my late brother, Lawrence Pickle Parrish. And I also have a children's book. The title of that book is Oscar the Ostrich Wants to Fly. And this is all for kids under 10 years old.
Okay, period. You're a man that wears many hats.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got skills.
Okay, period.
Yeah, I got skills.
He was a pimp in his past life.
Hell no. Never been a pimp. I got too many daughters to be a pimp. I could never be a pimp.
your
I
past
never.
life.
Not even in my past life.
You got to get forgiven too bad.
No, that's called macking. Now, I always been a mac in every life I've been in, but I ain't never been a pimp.
Period.
That way.
So we got you here for rapping today. You being an artist, correct?
Oh no, I think I'm here because I'm a legend in this city.
Okay, period.
And worldwide respected and worldwide connected. But
Okay.
we are artists.
Okay.
That has been majority of my life's passion, and it wasn't really my passion or dream. It was my brother's.
Okay.
He was the musician out of between me and him. Of course, I'm a musician, but
Yeah.
I was more into science and just a real geek. But I was tough to the motherfucker. So, excuse my language. But
no, you good.
That was his dream, and once I realized that some of the things that I had planned wasn't gonna happen, then I decided to join my brother and make sure I back him up the whole way.
Okay, all right. Okay. So, can you let us know? Did it start before you losing your brother, or was it?
Oh yeah, man.
Was it after?
Yeah, Double KMG Killer Click Music Group was birthed right after the Sam Houston Boys, who is a legendary group out of East Austin in Austin, Texas. We were birthed through that process. Me and my brother decided to create our own label, create our own sound, of course, and come out with this new movement that everybody thought could never ever happen in Austin. And I think we did that in so many ways. We did that. I think we played a major role. I know for sure we played a major role in a lot of brothers' lives and sisters' lives who do art, who do music. And we have a true passion and understanding for what it is to be a musician, full-time musician, and everything that comes with it. And it's a lot that come with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So when did you know that this is something that you wanted to do? Like, is there an age, something that happened?
I think it was when I got out of prison.
Okay.
Okay, so I sat in prison for almost a decade over selling drugs. So in my past life, I wasn't just a Mac, but I was a drug dealer. And so I got away with that, but got away from that. But sitting in prison, I had to do some analyzing, which I would hope you do when you have those situations happen in your life, and being away from everybody. And so I decided to analyze things, and I analyzed by using time and numbers. And so I figured out that I needed to continue to do whatever I had put the most time in. Before I had went to prison, I already had went to college. I already had a cosmetology license. I already had plenty of things that I could do, and to this day I do now. And the reason why I'm doing it now, I got a CDL license, I got a CNA license. I just did that just to get them, and just doing COVID actually. But so I realized that we had spent a lot of time, a lot of money in this, and for me to go and like cut hair, or I don't know, jail, drive trucks, whatever, it wasn't gonna be worth it. It wasn't gonna be worth it, and I feel like I'm not a quitter. Another pet peeve I had picked up on there, never start something that I wasn't gonna finish.
Exactly.
And so I feel like this is my opportunity. I had been a failure up until then in my eyes, because I was born in a household that was high on education, high on the Lord, and respecting people and loving others, and community in the household. My grandfather, who adopted me and my brother, grandparents, he was the first black baseball team owner, baseball coach, and he brought the entire Negro League to Austin, Texas, which was the first professional major league team in Austin. It wasn't the soccer team, it was the Negro League, but they don't count that as a professional team. And my grandmother brought kickball. So everybody that plays kickball in Austin, thank us, because that is an old Negro country ass slave game that you would never see in white Austin. So I don't care how many white people that came from my grandma and grandfather. And so I was just raised in a house that where a man had made $1 million twice, in the 20s and in the 50s. And it wasn't that we were just raised up very poor and stuff. We had hard times, of course, but we was farmers. I grew up on a farm, so black people could actually keep and see wealth because the things that they had came straight from the land.
Exactly.
So it was a little bit different growing up for me here in Austin. And you wouldn't even think that you would have a hog pen and all this stuff in Austin, but it is. These are the legendary sections of Austin, of East Austin, that's been washed away. But that was the time that I had a chance to reflect on what we need to do. And so I walked out that prison cell, and I was like, it's on. Like, it's up. We gonna do this. I guarantee you we gonna do this. I got my heart right. I got my mind set. And let's go.
Yeah. Okay. You actually are pretty amazing. You actually accomplished a lot of things, like CNA license, CDL. You recently received some awards, correct?
Yeah, I got like 4 awards this year, actually.
Yes.
Let's talk about
it.
Apart from all of that, those are all amazing things. Is there anything that you're super proud of that you've accomplished in this past year that you want to reconcile on?
Oh man, well,
because you've done a lot.
Yeah, well, actually, I can just say like this. So, my brother was shot 12 times by the Austin Police Department. Okay. He was shot in the eyes, the nose, the mouth, both his hands, close range, with a shotgun, a rifle, and a Glock 40. Not only was he shot multiple times in front of his household, he was lied on and falsely imprisoned after he woke up out the coma. I spent 5 years, 2.5 fighting for my brother. 18 months of those 5 we spent trying to clear his name. I got my own lawyers. I paid for my own lawyers. I got my own private investigators. I did my own work. I got all the evidence. I gave it to my lawyer. Went to LBJ High School with me. My motherfucking lawyer went to school with me. I went and got a young nigga from the hood to represent one of the most. Crump didn't want this case. Lee Merritt didn't want this case. Every black major lawyer at that time who had covered Mike Brown, Sandra Bland, and etc., they were terrified of the case because my brother didn't die. And so now the truth really had to come out, and no matter if didn't nobody believe me, they would have to believe him. But there were so many things in that story that I don't it's just we might not have enough time to get into. But once that happened, and I was able to keep my brother for another 3 years after those 18 months. They released him out of jail, finally dropped all the charges. He had 4 charges of assault or attempted murder on the officers because they lied and said he opened his door with a quote-unquote Uzi and shot at the police. Now, in that middle of all that, I shut down 2 prisons. I changed laws. I worked with the legislators. I am on the board of the NAACP now. I got the 4 awards. I feel like I got the awards after the storm though.
Yeah.
So I really didn't, because in case you guys don't know, my brother got home. He was healthy, beautiful person, still in love. But tragically, he died in his sleep right next to me just about 18 months ago. And so with my brother dying next to me in the bed with me, I done spent the last 18 months really dealing with my mental health, really trying to fight through some certain things within myself to keep going.
Yeah.
And so the awards really didn't do much for me. And I don't want to say I'm not appreciative. Trust me, I really appreciate being seen for giving back freely, right? Because I ain't get no money or none of that shit from the city to get this stuff done. We did this off our backs. We did this off our cause, our barn, our call and our love for community, and we showed them group economics. Of course, you know, hopefully that'll change too, because of course I need the resources and the funding to do what I do at a high level. I think the biggest thing for me, outside of all that, my brother left me 4 boys, 4 big foot long, tall ass motherfuckers. And I was like, man, let me get them, you know, through high school and walk, and everybody, you know, get into that level, because I know that was very important to him too. And we doing that, you know, and I've done it, and I got 1 more left. And I think this year, me being able just to start even doing music, like I've been really moving, you know, starting a new podcast show called Barbershop, OG Jinx D Barbershop. Y'all check it out. You can catch me on YouTube, OG Jinx D TV. And I usually do it live on my Facebook and my YouTube, but it's dope. It's real funny. We act up, but I think just being able to be out in the community still, giving, loving, strong enough to help strengthen others. I got, you know, men that are bearing their children in these last few weeks. I just went to a community day, a love day that we created for the massacre of the kids that had died back to back in each week, and we did it right here on Dessau and Howard Lane in the apartments where a 16-year-old little girl was murdered just for looking at the boy. The boy shot her and said she looked at me.
That was the reason.
Terrible.
That was the reason. She looked at me. Okay.
Wow.
And her father is a good friend of mine. And so when I look up and I see some of my peers and our kids already getting to that age where they 13, 14, 15 carrying switches and killing each other, and I'm knowing what I've been through. I know what I'm going through. I know I'm on grief and all that shit. And I push all that aside and I grab him and I hug my people and I pray over them and we feed them and we tell them we ain't letting these white folks get away with none of this shit, because it's still a higher process of depression. It don't just come from what you see right here between me and, you know, others and our peers. It's still a form of white supremacy that then squished so hard that 16-year-old little girls are getting killed for looking at you a certain way. And so it's take men like me that come from the old fucked up backgrounds to be able to say, man, it don't matter what we doing, what we on, fuck the money, fuck all that, man. You know, all the games, we pushing it to the side. We are more than concerned. We are involved. Most of the men that I know are involved fathers. You take us and not take us and put us in the prisons, I don't give a damn. Every nigga I grew up with is great fathers. They stand on 10 and they could be using pills, sipping drink, smoke. But when I tell you, them boys gonna do everything they can for them kids, and you take them away and they do them 5 and them 10 years and them 15 years, and y'all think they fucked up daddies. But I seen them. I seen them give it they all and then get caught in the system. This is why I fight against systematic supremacy, white supremacy, and all the things I do in the community, from education with our kids to hell, man. We got to change the law to fix some of this. So, I mean, out of the whole year of things that happened, man, me being able to just get out there and do it, I know God really working with me. He really, you know, helping me and guide me, because it's too easy to quit. You know, I see a lot of cats going through stuff now. They losing, you know, loved ones, they going to jail and all that stuff behind me now. And I'm really waiting to look up and see how many people gonna come back and still do what I do on this blacktop after all the smoke clear.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for the good fathers. Cause
Yes.
they really the underdogs here. We always talk about single mothers and how,
Yeah.
but it's really some good
Yeah.
dads and good men out in the community.
Exactly.
It is.
So I know you talk about fighting against white supremacy, you're keeping your brother's name alive.
Hell
You're putting your nephews through high school and hopefully through college, whatever it is that they want to do in life. You are that black man that is there in life for them.
Square business.
So I want to know, what is next for you?
Well, you know what I was going to do? Shout out to Pickle City Day, November 27th. It is an official holiday. It's a proclamation done for my brother. I love my brother, man. We got that done. That is a real holiday.
Okay.
I never seen nobody I grew up with look like me when I was growing up with their own holiday. I read stories and people and stuff like that. And for us to only have like 7,000 black people in this city or something like that, for us to have a holiday that was from us, because this holiday inspired from police brutality, mental health. Yeah. No health insurance. Y'all gotta remember, full-time musicians don't get dental. They don't get health. They don't get life insurance. They don't get the normal stuff that you can get from a job.
Nope.
Right? Even if they take it out your damn check, you still gonna give you something.
Yeah.
But guess what? Full-time musicians don't get none of that. Right? They don't have any mental health services. They don't. And so when y'all see these musicians out here full of drugs and pills and breaking down in front of y'all on these cameras and you laughing and you like, what's wrong with them? Guess what? They have no resources. I don't care if you give them all the money. Half of these fools don't know how to go spend their money on those resources.
They have no financial
Don't even think that it's important.
Yeah.
So Pickle City Day was to cover that and highlight that and say, hey, I got an organization that's going to give artists health insurance, dental. Yeah, I got an organization that makes sure that we get collaborations with other organizations or businesses who can give the life insurance for these artists. Yeah, you just starting and you 16 years old. I'm talking to you parents. I'm talking to you that got these badass kids in the house that's really good and gifted and so live in music, you don't know what to do. Hey, man, I'm going to come up here and say, hey, this is what your kid gonna need while he working this little job and try to fund his career. Yeah. So we can help them out and they can get resources that they averagely wouldn't get regardless. And so that's just a small tip of our community because we just talking about the artists in the community. We're not even talking about the whole package. It's just a small portion of artists that I deal with on Pickle City Day. It's beautiful because it's what he did. Like, again, I got all kind of skills. I got so much stuff I can do. I really never even really cared about just rapping like that. Like that wasn't my dream at all. I'm telling y'all, I'm a scientist. So, but you
do everything.
But see, but it was his, and so that's why Pickle City Day is over there because of the artist. Because one of the reasons why we lost in federal court was because he was an artist his whole life and he never had a real job. He never had a real form of income. He was doing music his entire life, like since he was basically 12 years old. Okay. And so that was something that stood out through our trial to me, and was something that I didn't want anybody else to ever have to go through again. It's them white folks saying, y'all don't deserve justice for what we done to you and your family. Me and my brother used to have, everybody was together on birthdays and then the little holidays and shit. I ain't never celebrate them, but my brother, he gonna make sure we all there and we gonna do it. My brother was damn near like my grandmother and my family. Because my grandmother been dead since I was 18. That's how much my brother was involved in the family. So when they took that away from us, they took everything. And when they told me that we didn't deserve anything because this man wasn't a working citizen, I knew it was time for me to up my game. I'm gonna tell you one thing. You came down here for a reason, because it go down. It go down here, and for some reason they got us all up in here together. They ain't no trappers in this bitch neither. We gonna come out swinging, but I want everybody to be able to collaborate. So look me up, get in touch with me. We got plenty of events, we got plenty of shows doing. Of course, I'm doing my show, man. I love to see y'all there. When we out and about, man, in the community too. Like, get involved. Like, it doesn't matter if you got a bunch of money or not. It really only takes a spark, right, to light a flame. And so hopefully my voice will help light some of the flames in the spirits of those that's out there that's looking and saying, man, I can't wait till it's my chance to do something good. I don't care what it is, you know, but we can sure help. We can point you in the right direction, if anything. And I can help also with my consulting firm that covers a multitude of things, from police brutality, civil rights, workers' compensation, and all kind of things like that that's valuable to you working class citizens. Go out there and vote. I know I got gold teeth and diamonds, and you don't think I know, and it might not, and a lot of my people gonna say, well, you know, Jinx, that ain't gonna work. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. I don't think y'all ever voted. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you motherfuckers ever voted. So how you gonna say it ain't right?
That look like you telling them to go out there and get.
If you ain't did, I'm just, you know, black people say stuff don't work. They ain't never tried it. They'll say fat meat ain't greasy. They'll fuck they'll tap on every little piece of coochie unprotected and don't think HIV real. That's just my people. They don't think it's real until it come in and it gets you. I'm telling y'all, man, the truth is, if you ain't tried it, then don't say something doesn't work. And I'm not telling you go vote between Kamala and Trump. What I'm telling you is worry about who's our city council in your district. Exactly. Worry about who this pale ass judge like Karen Sage that I couldn't wait to vote against her funky ass. She had my brother case, and I got her out of there. She was humping on a 15-year-old little boy. Yeah, Karen Sage, the judge down there in 390, she was humping on, she had a 15-year-old boy, school, no, for real, she had a, man, it was all on the news. So I ain't talking about.
See, the thing is, a lot of people don't watch the news, they
well,
don't
guess
know.
what, they missed this one. She was fucking on a 15-year-old little boy that was a damn exchange student that she moved in with her. And then when she got caught, they ain't do nothing to her. So she started letting all the people that had rape cases on her docket go. Because they didn't do nothing to her. So I went out there and I told her, I called about, what? I walked up in there with my little poster and shit, right? Miss Karen, you gonna get fired. That's what I told you. You finna lose your job today. I got proof that you a freak. You got to go. This ain't honorable. Shit.
We're gonna have to have you back.
I'm just telling you real.
One more time, can you let the people know where they can find you? Just one more time.
OG Jinx DTV, or you can hit me up on all my social media platforms is with my name, which means strength in Hebrew. Cluren, CLUREN. Catch y'all later, man.
Y'all clap it up for Cluren, please. Don't go no